Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, Brenda. How are you today, my friend?
I am awesome. I'm so happy to be with you.
You know what? We haven't talked in a while and I missed that. I love meeting up with good friends and we met a long time ago at a lunch and learn, Friday lunch and learn. Do you remember?
I
Yes.
do. I do.
Yes, long time ago. And I have followed you around from place to place, different events and occasions. And we've had lots and lots of Zoom calls and phone calls. So, you know what? When we have amazing people around us, that's what we want to do, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
And I had the pleasure of touring your closet a few times and seeing all the amazing things that you have, all the treasures. Really, your material, your products are treasures.
Thank you. I think so, Brenda. Do you know that I love my home sweet home treasures? I've had that business for over 18 years and I absolutely love it. I just love it. And treasures, I don't take that lightly. I feel like everything I send out is a treasure. You're getting it for less expensive that you would get anywhere else. It's packaged with love. It's sorted through love. Nothing's wrong with it. I mean, it's just, I really pride myself on that. Thank you, Brenda, for bringing that up. Thank you. That is,
Oh, you have some true one of a kind pieces there, LaDonna. Like that was one of the things that really impressed me. It's not like some people kind of curate collections, but what they do is they go to some place that's a surplus place and they buy a whole pile of something. Your everything, the way it's arranged, the way it shows up, and you can just tell that the care that's taken with the selection and with everything that's in there.
thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot because you know what? When you're in business that long, there's a reason. There's a reason it worked. And it's still working. And it's my baby. And maybe it'll be my baby forever. I don't know. I do know that my body has slowed down some. So I guess, me purchasing has slowed down, which my husband's very grateful for because it's on sale. They're closing down. I must buy the whole store, and that's what I did, you know, but, I'm getting older. I don't want to shuffle through all that anymore, but I still do. There's sometimes I just can't prevent myself. So let's talk about Brenda. Brenda, as everyone can see on your background, it says Biz Leads Expert. How long have you been in that business?
Um, Identified with the brand, not that long, only about 3 years, LaDonna. But as far as doing this, I would say that it's been more like 8 years.
Awesome. Awesome. And when you talk about your business, I've heard it over and over again. You talk about it. It's so you can tell that you love your business. You take joy in helping others build their business. And I can tell that when you talk about your business. So tell us a little bit about your business. What do you do to help others in their business?
So there's several different facets to it these days. The original intention was to help entrepreneurs to stand out as the expert in their industry, to show people what each person's expertise is, because I believe that everybody has an expertise, everybody is an expert in something, and it's just showing them, guiding them on the journey to embracing their expertness. If that's even a word, it's a word I made today anyway. Embracing your expertness.
There you go. That's your word.
And that's where we started. But then I had some experiences over the last couple of years that showed me a much bigger picture. And my bigger picture is, I believe being an entrepreneur is a gift. And but I also believe it can be a lot of work. And like you talked about the shopping and the sorting and all of those things. It doesn't matter whether you're buying an actual product or whether you're providing a service. There's a degree of shopping and sorting, and you want to share new knowledge, you want to share new ideas, and all of those things require a lot of work. And so sometimes I think entrepreneurs get tired and they don't have their person who can recognize them as for what they are, for all their wonderfulness. They don't have, it's hard to find their person, their one who's going to build them up when they're feeling down. Because the last thing you want to do, you and I are both married, and I think we would both agree the last thing we want to do is go to our husbands, our significant other, and say, you know, I can't, I feel like I can't do it today. I feel like I can't make it. So that's,
Absolutely. Brenda, that is amazing you say that, because if I went to my husband and said that, he would say, then quit. Stop it. And that's not what I want to hear. I really just want him to listen. I don't really want an answer. Just listen. But yes, go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted you, but you're so right on.
So exactly. We want somebody to listen to us, and the last thing we want to hear is well, then it's okay to quit. What we really, if we want to hear anything, what we want to hear is, I know you can do this. I know you've got it. I know that you know, and help us to remember all the reasons why we're doing what we're doing. So what I did was I created my community, like you've created your amazing community for your people. I've created a community, and I'm so grateful to have you part of that community. And in that community, the mission is to help entrepreneurs to stay in business no matter what. Because I believe that if we can keep you in business for long enough, you're going to experience a miracle. And it's not a miracle in the religious sense of a miracle. You're not going to walk on water or something like that. But it is something that you never would have got if you stayed in a job. It's something that never would have happened. And I also believe that once you have that experience, and you'll know what it is. When it happens, you'll know it. And once you have it, you'll never go back.
Absolutely. I agree. You know, I've done that. I've been in business my whole life of some kind. I've been selling something, brick and mortar, on, you know, door to door. Remember, we used to sell stuff door to door, believe it or not. You know, I've done all that. And marketing. I've done a lot of marketing. I've done a lot of accounting. You know, and then I decided to go teach. And I only taught for a couple of years because guess what? I needed to be home with my girls, with my children. And I found out real quick when I'm not home that things don't work right. Things didn't work right. And my husband always said, it's time for you to come home. That was his favorite words. And I'm like, dang it. I'm just getting in a place that I want to be. And then when we had our first grandson, my daughter was young. That's when I created Home Sweet Home Treasures.net. Well, it wasn't even .net then. It was I'd sold on eBay. Remember, eBay was just a huge ordeal back then. Huge. Because guess what? That baby is going to be 18 in a few weeks. Yes, that's how far we've went with Home Sweet Home Treasures. It means so much because doing that, I was able to be home to help her with our grandson. You know, she was only 19 when she had him. She was in college. She was working, you know, living the life. And we never missed a beat. We just kept going. We pivoted several times because that wasn't our plan. What plan was that? But you know what? whoever you believe in, my God is a very funny man. He gives me what I need, even though I don't know that I need it. But I needed that. Did not realize that. But he gave me a lot of patience that I didn't have with my own children, with his mom, his aunt. But he taught me how to slow down because I was going so fast. You know, we learn, right? I'm bringing this up because we learn through our business things we need, just like when things change in our lives, our personal lives. And I'm sure you've heard me say this before, Brenda, that I want everyone to understand, and so many don't. If your home life is not right, your business life cannot be right. If your business life is not right, your home life cannot be right. I know it's hard for some of you to understand because in my strategy classes, I hear it all the time. That has nothing to do with nothing. No. If you can't pay your mortgage, that's going to affect your business. If you can't
Absolutely.
find that next customer in your business, if no one shows up for your summit, that's going to affect your home life. It just does. You know, it falls hard. And I love it when we have different business owners like yourself that people have so they can say, okay, I need you to talk me through this. I need you to give me encouragement. I need to know that it's going to be okay as long as I keep trying. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to go out and sell $100,000 worth of nail polish tomorrow. But it means that you have the mindset to go do it after you talk to Brenda. Now, if you don't go and do it, that's on you. But she's going to give you that mindset. That's what I heard you say, Brenda. Am I right? Yes.
Yep. Now we do have some tools as well, LaDonna. I mean, there are some strategies that I teach around lead generation. You and I are both in lead generation. We're both in building. Mine is all through relationship building, but then I have some strategies that I've used that brought me my leads. And I'm sure you know, but my highest number of leads, I generated 3,000 qualified leads in 1 year. And my conversion rate on that was 95%. And so, yes, thank you. And
awesome.
But I always tell people when people come to me and they say, so can you get me 3,000 leads? Well, the first thing I tell them is I don't offer done for you. I will teach you how to do it. I'm going to teach you how to fish, but you're going to have to fish for yourself. And then I tell them, and I cannot, there's a very big trend these days for making guarantees, making promises that if you buy my package, if you take my course, you are going to get this result. I don't believe in doing that because I cannot 100% guarantee you'll get my result. I am prepared to give guarantees, but the kind of guarantees I give are that I will not give up on you until you are either, number one, standing on your own, or number two, if you give up on yourself, there's nothing I can do.
Absolutely. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. No matter how many VAs you have, secretaries you have, back office people you have to do the work, because no matter how many people you hire in any kind of business, this is the way I believe, they're never going to take care of your business the way you will take care of your business, because they're not in love with your business. They're there to get paid. That's what they're there for. Let's face it. That's what they're there for. My husband goes to work 3 or 4 days a week. You know, he goes to get paid. Now, he works for a huge company, so they can afford to have millions of people, thousands of people. And, you know, they already had so much money before they started, it was okay. But when you're talking about a small business, mom and pop business, entrepreneurs, virtual, live, brick and mortar, whatever it may be, you have to stay or the kids will play. It's just the way it is. I don't care what kind of business you have. I've seen it. I've done it. If I don't stay on top of things, I don't get stuff done the way I want it done, you know? And that's just the way it is. You have to stay, you have to know what's going on in your business. And you have to have support people like you, Brenda. And we've had many conversations. And I tell people, you could be a strategist like I am now. I am your networking queen. I am the entrepreneur of networking expert. I teach people, I strategize with people how to network, connect, and collaborate. Brenda, I was amazed of how many people really don't know.
Absolutely.
Don't know. Over all the years that I've been in marketing and in sales of some kind and in business of some kind, I always gave away free advice. I've set up websites for free. I've done so many things for free. And that's okay because we're here to help each other. But every once in a while you think, why didn't I charge for that? So now I put together a strategic way of helping people that can afford it if you want to. It's not way high priced items that I do. But when I really thought about it over COVID, when I had time during our shutdown, I thought to myself, what do business owners really need? What are we missing as business owners? Well, I found out over COVID, a lot of people went in business and they named their business. And then they waited 2 months and they're like, why haven't I made any money? I told everybody in my family and my friends I was in business. Well, that doesn't work anymore. That used to work 50 years ago. It doesn't work anymore. There is no door-to-door business. And if you rely on most family and friends, you're only going to get so far. It's just the truth. So I thought to myself, people really don't know how to connect with it. Even if they've been in business 25 years ago, 25 years, they may have connected earlier, but they quit connecting with new people. They just think, oh, they're going to find my website. They're going to walk in the door. They're going to find my phone number on that flyer I left at the restaurant billboard or whatever. But that doesn't work very effectively. You may get a call or two, probably not, but maybe. We'll give it a maybe. You have to be more strategic. I really believe that. So that's why I put together my strategic plan. I teach people how to network, connect, and then you must network. You cannot stop at connecting. And collaboration just brings you more power. It's like feeding your puppy. If you feed your puppy, if you water your puppy, he's a happy puppy. He grows up strong and healthy. Don't feed your puppy. Don't water your puppy. We have issues. And that's what we have in our business. What you do today probably won't help you tomorrow. It might. But I guarantee you what you do today is going to be on that calendar very soon. And then you can start working with your people. And next month, even work is stronger and healthier. And the next day and the next day. If I looked at my calendar and I thought to myself, why do I not have anything booked for that day? It would be scary. Wouldn't it be for you, Brenda?
Oh yeah. Every day there's at least one thing booked. There's something booked every day.
Every day. And like most days, I'm back to back from 8 a.m. to I don't know when. And like today, I even added one because one of my clients that is in my program having a meltdown. So I squeezed her in between appointments because that's what I do. And that's what I do. That's what we do as coaches, teachers, strategic analysts, whatever you want to call yourself. That's what we do if we're good at our job. if we really care and love our jobs, and it's not even a job. I don't call myself a job. It's really something I created. I love it. It's my baby.
Yep.
So, so thinking where you're at today, Brenda, what goals do you still have left for 2023? I mean, we're in our fourth quarter now.
We are.
I had to break it down to someone. We only have 14 weeks of the year left. That's all. That's it. So what are the goals?
We have two really big goals that I'm working on right now. The first one would be to add another 30 people to the community before the end of the year, because we want to be helping 30 more people. We want to be connecting. And towards that, we've made some great strides. We've connected with some great organizations that want to partner with me. And also I have another group that does a networking event once a month. And so what we've agreed to do is there will be an exchange of networking events so that everybody in my community can go to his networking event on the day that he hosts it. And we will host and bring all of his people to our networking event when it's going on, which means, as far as relationship building, if you've met everybody in the room, then it's time to go around again. But we also want to add more value, and the best way to add more value is to have new people in the room. And this will ensure us, because we're forming some of these partnerships, this will assure us that there's always going to be new people for you to meet in the room every month when we do our networking event. So that's our first goal. And the second goal, of course, it's lead generation and conversion made easy. It's a 12-week course, and we're working very hard to get that launched and increase the number of bodies in the room and get more people into the room who want to learn how to generate more leads and actually convert those leads from just a lead, from a name on a piece of paper, to somebody who is a loyal customer.
That's awesome. And you're trying to get this up and implemented before the end of the year?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. And you know what? And I've just now started where I try to take the weekends off. For many years, I did not take the weekends off. That just wasn't something that I felt like I could do. And sometimes I will still take a few appointments, or if there's an event, of course, I'll be there on the weekend. But most weekends now, I'm trying to take off most of and I'm really striving hard, but it's hard when you get used to something. And habits are hard to break. And that has become a habit for me. It's just working 7 days a week. So have you ever had a habit similar to that you've had to break with your business and yourself?
Well, I think the biggest habit that I had to break myself of was giving everything away. I gave away far too much in the beginning. I am a very generous person anyway. I love to help people. I love to see them get it. I love to see that aha moment. But there has to be, this is a business, and there has to be a line where you just say, I'm sorry, but this is all that you can get for free. If you really truly value this, and I think that anybody listening to this, you really need to think about this. If you really truly value the knowledge and the wisdom of the person that you're working with, if you really want to see them succeed as well as yourself succeed, you have to remember that it's not fair to ask them to give you everything for free. Absolutely. We can lay out the blueprint for free, but if you want us to walk you step by step through it and help you to implement all the steps, then you've got to be willing to pay for it. There's nothing the matter, just one other message though, there is nothing the matter with asking for some kind of accommodation. So don't buy, if you can't afford a $500,000 program and the program is $500,000, don't buy the $500,000 program. But don't be afraid to ask, is there a payment plan? Is there another alternative that would maybe get me started? What else have you got? Because as entrepreneurs, we're taught to lead with our most valuable, with our highest priced offer, and work our way down. If you need us to work our way down, though, you have to give us a clue. Because if you sit there going, oh yeah, that's great, it's fabulous, that's what I want, then I'm not going to ask you if you want my $37 or my $47 program. I'm going to leave you with the $3,000 program.
Right, exactly. And you know what? And I had said it before, that was one of my things too, about giving everything away. And, you know, we have to learn that we have to be givers. Then it's okay to be a taker every once in a while, but you cannot just keep take. And you know what? It's like when you are raising, for a prime example, my grandson's first car, my daughter paid for the payments. Okay. And he wrecked that car and he totaled that car, but he never took care of that car. He never really took care of it. He enjoyed it, but he didn't really take care of it. But see, she paid the insurance. She made the payments. It was an older car. So when he wrecked it, they totaled it. So she took the money from that, paid the car off. It had enough for the down payment. He didn't want the car that mom was going to buy for him. He wanted something a little bit newer, you know, teenagey. And you know what? I looked, because we all went to the dealership, and I looked and I said, well, then maybe you should pay for it, Bubs. So him and mom came up with a plan. He now makes his own car payment since then. And he takes better care of his car. I'm not saying best, but better. And he does. He makes that car payment every month. Well, then he got a speeding ticket and he had to pay the speeding ticket. And mom told him, you get one more speeding ticket and the insurance is on you, because the insurance is going to go skyrocket. Guess what? He got another ticket. Did it skyrocket? So now he gets to pay that too. He gets to pay his insurance, because it's not fair. You know, and I taught my girls the same way. Work, you will appreciate the value of what you are wearing, what you are driving, what you are doing. That milkshake you are drinking, if you buy it, you're going to enjoy it better than when I bought it for you. It's just the truth. I mean, it's just what it is. We value, if we're really paying for it, we value it more. Right? And I want to go back to the givers and takers, because I'm telling you, I see a lot of takers in my business and in other businesses. And you know what? It's easy for you to get in on the taker also. Don't go there. Be a giver, only for so long, and only let it go to a certain line, like you said, Brenda, because it's hard. I remember it was very hard for me to back off of it. It really was.
It feels really uncomfortable. It feels very uncomfortable.
Yes.
It feels very foreign. If you've always been a person who said, oh, here, let me do it for you. Here, let me give this for you. Here, let me give you that. Then it feels very foreign when you start saying, you know, no, I'm sorry, you've got all that you're going to get for free.
Yes, because you have the electricity to keep on. Well, our electric needs to stay on too. You know, it's like the Motel 6 or whatever commercial. I'll keep the lights on for you. It's so true. You have bills, so maybe you can't afford coaching, or maybe you can afford a little bit of coaching, but we have bills too. You know, we love our jobs. We love our careers. We love our business, whatever we call it. But in our reality, we want to make a little bit of money, or a whole lot of money. I don't know about you, Brenda, but I am due for a vacation. How about you?
Well, in October, my husband and I are going to Jamaica.
Oh.
It's a combination business and pleasure. So we're traveling with Speaker's Playhouse to an all-inclusive resort in Jamaica. where I'm going to be learning some more public speaking skills, practicing my public speaking skills, doing some speaking, but also having some vacation time with the husband.
I love it. I love it. It's great for your mind, body, and soul and your relationship to get away for one day, one night, dinner, whatever it is that you can do. You should do it, because I'm telling you, I come back and whew, I feel like the weight has just been lifted. My mind is clear. And you going for a retreat with the Speakers Playhouse, that you're going to come back with so much knowledge. Your head is going to be exploding and you're going to want to take it to the next level for sure. So that's awesome. Brenda, I want to thank you so very much for being here today. I want to ask you one last question, but first I want to ask you, do you have anything that you want to share at this time before I ask my last question?
If you're looking for additional help, if you've got all the help if you've accessed all the help you can get from LaDonna around leads and around relationship building and around networking, if you're still looking for a little bit more, if you're looking for one more piece, maybe there's a missing puzzle piece, then I would love to connect with you and explore. But also, not just that, if you're looking for a way to give back, if you're an entrepreneur and you have a message that will help other entrepreneurs to stay in business, then please connect with me, because I'm always looking for new masterclass presenters. We'll do the same topic over and over again, because each one of you has a different tip, a different take, a different thing that you think is most important. So please connect with me if you can help another entrepreneur.
That's awesome, Brenda. Thank you so much. And I will say your master classes are wonderful. I've been to several. I did one myself. It's a great way to get out there, get your voice heard, and just knowing that you could help one more person achieve their goal, one more person to get over that hurdle. I mean, you never know. You never know who you're going to be helping, but it's okay. You know you're helping someone out there if someone's listening. So that is awesome. So my last question for you, Brenda, today is, you and I have been together now for several years, different roadmaps, different hurdles, different glory times, different talks. What would you say if someone was going to utilize my services, my platform, my environment, anything about me? What would you have to say as a referral to work with me or to be in my environment?
Well, the first thing I would say is that LaDonna really cares. She genuinely cares. Yes, this is a business, but she genuinely cares. But in addition to genuinely caring, because caring can only go so far, you can care all the world, but if you don't have the other skill that LaDonna has, which is amazing organizational skills, her events are organized. I don't know whether we would say that they're scripted so much, LaDonna, because you do give people lots of opportunity to put their pieces in and say their things. But I would say that maybe a better word would be planned. They're planned and organized. LaDonna knows what we're going to talk about. She knows where she's going to guide you. You're never going to be lost. You're always going to know what's happening. She provides beautiful backgrounds like the one you see behind her to her speakers, so that she presents a unified front and everybody knows what's happening in the room. And you will meet people. You will learn more about them. LaDonna is not a stage hog. She's not one of those people who wants it to be all about her. She's there to make you shine. It's one of the things that really stood out to me from every one of your events, LaDonna. You're there to make them shine. But by making them shine, it also makes you shine. So we all are shining together. So if you're ready to shine, if you want to stand out, if you want to, again, like I say, if you want to be seen as the expert in your industry, then you need to find the people, surround yourself with the people who will ask the questions that will establish your expertise. And LaDonna does exactly that.
Thank you, Brenda. And I do take so much pride in everything I do. And I know you do too in your business. And you know what? You and I need to collaborate on something where we can just help everyone, because I don't do the exact thing you do. You don't do the exact thing that I do. We could so much complement each other. So we're going to have another conversation on that. That is for sure. So, you know what? There's always so much that you can do to collaborate with another business owner if you just put your mind to it. And you build your business so much stronger and so much faster when you're collaborating. You just do. You just
Can I just
do.
add a quick thought on that one, LaDonna?
Yes, absolutely.
So I think the really important thing around that, and LaDonna has touched on it definitely, but you need to go into collaborations with an abundance mindset. If I look at working with LaDonna and I go, oh no, she might take some of my clients, then it's not going to go. But if I believe, which is what I truly believe, and it's also what LaDonna believes, if I believe there are lots and lots of people in the world, there are enough people, guess what? There are enough people for LaDonna and I to both serve them, and probably 100 of you too. So even if you're all in lead generation, we can all serve our piece of the pie. The key has to be that you can't feel threatened if somebody from your tribe decides that they would be happier. Somebody asked me this the other day. They said, how can you recommend this person's events? They might take your people. I said, well, if the person would be happier there than they are in my tribe, then that's where they belong. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to forget them anyway. I'm going to still talk to them. I'm going to still touch base with them. I'm going to still follow up with them. I'm going to ask them how it's going over there. And not from a malicious place, just a curious place of how's it going over there. And the door is always open. And I think when you approach your collaborations in that way, your joint ventures in that way, everybody can feel it. Nobody feels like this feeling that you must choose or that there's a side or anything like that. The doors are just open.
Right. And there's a lot of doors. But you know what? That's what we want. We want to be able to choose. And Brenda, if they go to your community and then they decide, you know what? I've been over here. I've seen that. I feel that. And now I don't, maybe it's not a fit right now for me. And they go to my environment and maybe they fit in for 6 to 8 months. That does not mean they're not going to come back to you. But what if they stay in mine, but they send you 25 people over to yours? You just can't think negative. You just have to keep thinking sharp and positive and keep that smile going, and it'll all come back around. If there's ugly out there, there are. We all know it. It'll surface. We swipe it away and we move on next, because we're building a happy environment, a fair environment. I am very fair. Brenda is very fair. We work together on a lot of different things. She has brought people to my community. I brought people to her community, her events, my events. It makes no difference to me. I just want business owners to get somewhere that they feel like is a good fit, a great fit, and they can receive the bonus of growing.
That's it.
It's you help me, I help you, we all win. Win, win, win. Thank you, Brenda, so very much. Thank you for being here today. You were awesome as always, and I can't wait till we meet again. Bye-bye now.